We're going to take a look at Ezekiel Elliott so far for this season. We're going to watch him here on this 9-yard gain. Watch the safety, number 23, try to clip Elliott from the side into the legs. And he hits the legs pretty well, but look at how Elliott is able to redistribute his weight. This is the mark of a back with extremely good contact balance, to be able to redistribute his weight by kicking that back leg up, getting that front leg on the ground, and then balance touching to be able to fall forward. This is a difficult scenario to be able to maintain your footing, and Elliott does it very well. You see this from backs like Nick Chubb and Alvin Kamara on a regular basis. Elliott, you see it from a regular basis as well. It's hard to knock him down just by a hit, even a low hit to the legs. This is an excellent display of short area quickness and agility. You're going to see him deal with penetration into the backfield by the linebacker, 43, getting to that line of scrimmage and reaching that, getting past that initial block. And you can see that Elliott has to react to it before he reaches the line. He sees it coming. He points the toe, opens his hips. Very efficient movement here. Doesn't look dramatic because people love the jump cuts and the jump stops, but sometimes the best moves are just those types of moves, to be able to just slide to the side. And then he makes a little bit of a jump stop and a spin to get away from the edge penetration. So he's already avoided 2 penetrating defenders within 2 steps before he even reaches the line of scrimmage, spins off of them, continues forward, and earns a strong gain on a play that could have easily been a loss, because if he jump cut away from this linebacker, he probably jump cuts into this end who gets the penetration off the edge blocker here. But the fact that he can be efficient with his changes of direction by opening the hips early, right here, opening the hips, it gives him time and space to be able to react to the edge penetration and spin away from it. This is a terrific run by Ezekiel Elliott. If you can't see this, you don't understand running back play. That's really as simple as that. Because 2 points of penetration into behind the line of scrimmage, that's difficult to beat. And Elliott reacts to this with as good of quote-unquote instincts, which I would call preparation to the point of instinct, as you could possibly get from a running back. Adrian Peterson, great back in his time, would have jump cut right into this defender. A lot of backs would have jump cut. Kenyon Drake, jump cut into this defender. Frank Gore would have been more efficient like this. Matt Forte would have been more efficient like this. Nick Chubb, efficient like this. That's a beautiful run. Elliott isn't slow. He may be a little slower than what he used to be. But watch him get through this crease, and here's the safety, and make that turn. And the safety here, who turns the wrong way, turns inside, can't turn around fast enough and restart the sprint to beat Elliott here. Again, Elliott is more than quick enough to do damage in a secondary, especially with his change of direction. Elliott gets the hard yards. He finishes strong. And against today's linebackers, number 43, who looks more like a big safety from the 90s, look at that. Keeps his feet, even with the big old nose tackle right here wrapped around him. He's able to maintain his feet when Fletcher Cox gets wrapped around him. He helps enforce pushes. Strong back. Doesn't go down easy. I mean, let's be honest. This is some bad tackling. You're going to see examples of bad tackling right here. Watch number 22, the safety. Again, try to just hit Elliott. Just drop his pads across, and Elliott's able to work through that contact across his thighs and continue forward with great pad level to get the yardage. 8 yards on this play. Yeah, it's bad tackling, but players with good technique exploit bad tackling. And there's bad tackling everywhere. Look at this. The contact right there to the hip. Balance touch. Redistributes the weight. Pads low and down. All those things are ways that he counteracts that and continues forward. These aren't things that every back does. These are things that Ezekiel Elliott does consistently well. Backs with good technique break tackles, and they exploit bad tackling, and he does that routinely. And he's always falling forward. You're going to see here on this draw play, gets through. There's a linebacker. You have a defensive tackle. Or is that a defensive end? Excuse me. You got your edge defender right here. Comes back into the play. Tries to wrap high. Elliott, again, the way he turns his body, those micro movements to shed contact, to prevent the defender from getting a good grip on you. He's able to do that and then spin and continue forward, keeping his legs moving. Gets a lot of yards, even though he's falling forward and stumbling. You can make fun of the fact that he always seems to be stumbling, but he always seems to be stumbling for 4, 5, 8, 10, 12 yards after contact. The quickness in and out of cuts, very good. Very sharp cuts still in this game. Watch him to the outside here, right there to get downhill. That cut downhill only needed one step to transition from a sideline orientation to a downhill orientation. And the backside pursuit can't catch him. Here's the backside pursuit coming down the line. Actually, that wasn't the guy I was thinking about. It's the linebacker coming through here, shooting through right here. Beats that linebacker. Look at that. Opening of the hips, downhill. Beats 43 with that cut. Gets a lot of yards past 43 on that cut. Very efficient. That's a scat bag level cut. It may not look as fast and pretty as some of the guys who people see a lot of speed and burst from, because they see these guys get into open field after that. But when you're facing loaded boxes and you're cutting against 3 defenders and you make all 3 of them miss with your cut, thank you very much. I'll take that. Elliott's cooked my ass. Take a look at this. Watch Elliott here on this particular cutback. He's going to work inside. He's going to see the penetration by the defensive tackle. He's going to make a nice little plant and cut. There's the safety. Sees the safety. Stair steps his way downhill. Makes the 90-degree turn. Gets outside. Beats this safety around the corner for the first down. Cooked. Okay, sure. Beats the safety on the same side of the field. Doesn't even have to. He has to use the burst to the same sideline. And he does it using the jump cuts that people love so much. He still has the juice in his legs. Beats 2 defenders around the corner on that particular play. And he works close to the line because he's confident in his quickness. You want to press this. He gets close. You might say, oh, well, these defenders nearly got him. Well, no, he's getting close to them on purpose so he can draw them in, draw 26 in, so that he can beat him to the edge. When Elliott loses yards, it's plays like these, where there's 3 points of penetration. 1, 2, 3. 3 points right there. You got the defensive tackle, the defensive end, and the backside defensive back right here, or the front side guy. And you watch him. He does a great job of getting close and spinning out of it, only losing 2. Anything else that he tries to do on this play is going to go for a bigger loss. He mitigates losses. And so while he has his share of losses because the offensive line is dealing with defenses that foil the run play, he mitigates the potential for bigger losses with his skills. Again, the quickness on display. Watch him against this safety with the little stop, start, move right there in hesitation to get around him. Same side of the field. Still able to show the quickness to be able to put a stop, start, or a hesitation on a man and win that corner. The burst is still there. Watch him on this toss play to the edge. Hit that hole right here and get past number 32, trying to shoot for his legs. Here comes 32 right here. Has the angle. Misses it. Watch it from this side. Here's 32. He's inside. He's inside Lamb. Can't reach him. Why? Elliott's burst. Look at the burst. I know it's not it's hard for people to understand or see that acceleration. You can see a little bit further from far away. Watch it from, yeah, from between about the 47 and the 49.